It's easy to find your way around Coral Princess. There are wayfinders everywhere. So I will go through a couple of montages and explain the wayfinders, and stick around and see what craziness you get into on the interactive communication boards here on Coral Princess. So this is looking down into the atrium on Coral Princess, and I'm on Emerald Deck, and I'm about to just try and locate my cabin. But as you see, once you hit the corridors, it is just straight, and there's very little indication for wayfinding, except for you can see the cabin numbers. But around the boat there are these wayfinders, and this one tells us that we're on Lido Deck 14 and we're on the port side, and port is left, P-O-R-T, 4 letters, left, L-E-F-T, 4 letters, port is left. The port side is going to have the even numbers, E-V-E-N, even, port, P-O-R-T, and left, L-E-F-T. All these have 4 letters, so they are the ones that all group together. The other important part of orientating yourself is which is the front and which is the back of the ship, and signs like this tell you which way is forward and which way is aft. Okay, this is the second part of my mnemonic on how to remember which is the different sides of the boat. So starboard is a 9-letter word, and it is on the left side of the boat, which is a 5-letter word, and that's an odd number. So the odd number staterooms are on the starboard side. The wayfinders on the boat are going to demonstrate to you where the public facilities are, where the restaurants are, and you will be able to orientate yourself to what is at the back, the aft of the boat, or what is at the bow of the boat at the front. There's no absolutely hard and fast rule, but what you generally find is that the eating stuff is at the back of the boat, the main restaurants, etc., if they aren't in the centre of the boat, and entertainment areas such as the theatres are at the front of the boat. This was a wayfinder that I found near an elevator, and as you can see, it has a list of all of the different facilities that are on each of the decks. But down on this lower section, so I clearly was on the plaza deck, and then the print, the type, is larger to know that I'm on the plaza deck and these are the restaurants or facilities that are available. Walking around the boat, you see the standard universal signs for public restrooms, and this one has one for a disabled or an accessible access, and this is what that looks like on Coral Princess. Another way that you can find your way around the boat is using the Medallion App, and within the Medallion App it has all of the deck layouts, and then you can push a little icon and it will bring you up, for example, the toilets, so you will know where the public toilets are in the public space. Other signage that is around Coral Princess at this moment, and probably for a very long time, is different ways of reminding you to wash your hands, keep your distance, and take all the reasonable precautions to stop the spread of any contagions. Now that the whole muster process has changed, so you don't actually have to go to your muster station at the beginning of the cruise with your life jacket, which some companies used to do. You just look at the app online or on your TV, and then it records on your app that you have seen the safety instructions. Then you just visit your muster station and swipe on with your medallion, and that acknowledges that you have been to your muster station and you know where to go. So on the back of the stateroom door is the sign for your muster station. For me, it was muster station A, which was the Princess Theatre on deck 7, and it gives me the route, the quickest route that I can get from my red dot, which is me, to the muster station. Other important information on the back of your stateroom door is the icons for the wayfinding. The red dot is where you are, the arrows are the directions that you have to go to your muster station, and the dotted lines were a general emergency.
evacuation routes, and the green zone is where you want to end up being in an emergency at your muster station. So for me, my muster station was the Princess Theatre, and here is the demonstration on how to put on a life jacket that you don't have to demonstrate anymore, but it says about putting it over your head, tying it around your waist, that there is a light and a whistle. So all the standard instructions are there. You just have to familiarise yourself with your own exit point on the back of your stateroom door. In addition to your app, you can also find out what is happening around the boat with these interactive whiteboards. You walk up to them, your medallion activates them, and it knows who you are. You can search through and see what activities are happening at that time or a little bit later in the day. And also on different electronic whiteboards, you can do different games. This is one that I chose to play. I tried it a couple of times and I got a 25,000 score, I think, the first time. And then this is my second attempt where I got a little bit more. I got about 15,000. And one of the lovely crew members was pleasant enough to record that for me, and he hadn't really seen it functioning, so we both had a bit of a giggle and a bit of a play. These interactive whiteboards are all around the public spaces, and you can have a bit of a competition with other cruisers.
Come on, little guy, here we go, jumpy, over. I can see the end, I can see the end.
Wow, there you go.
6,000.
6,100.
6,000, where am I going to be? See the leaderboard. Oh, I've gone to 15. Yay! I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for sticking around to see my video on how I use the Wayfinders to find my way around Coral Princess. This was the first cruise out of Brisbane in June of 2022. The first of many, I am sure. Wasn't that whiteboard so interesting? And I hope you learned from the mnemonic that I used to know which way is starboard and what is the cabins on the starboard side and what are on the port side. So this is Julie Jules, Cruise Companion, saying stay safe, everybody, and happy travels.